Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This will be the first video I upload on this channel, at least that I'm starting. So that's great. Sorry for the bad scenery. I'm kind of in the process of moving for the first time on my own. Well, not on my own, going with my girlfriend and everything like that. But this is the first video I kind of want to do on this. I don't really know what this is going to be about. I think what I'm going to do is just kind of talk, which is kind of crazy, but yap, as most people would say on like TikTok or whatever. But I'm not trying to yap. I'm just trying to give a message to people that either need to hear it or kind of in the same boat as me, maybe, or have been in the same boat as me, because some of the things I'll talk about are either past experiences or just things along those lines. So I kind of want to do an unedited kind of talk with people. One, because I don't feel like going in and editing everything like that unless I'm like profusely stuttering or just like I can't get my idea across. I'm gonna have to whatever. But essentially what I'm going to be doing with this channel is going over certain key ideas in life or just certain lessons that I feel like are important for people who are younger, going into the age of adulthood or going through the teenage years in middle school. I remember back in my day, no, I'm just kidding. Not that old yet, but certain things along those lines. So the first thing I kind of want to talk about today, kind of been on my mind for a while, is success in terms of anything really, I guess. Academic success, goals that you want to achieve, long term financial status, maybe. Things along those lines are kind of things I want to touch over to a degree. For me, success is making sure that I have an impact on people, and this is why I'm starting this, is that I'm able to help people who are in situations like me, or who have been in the situation, or like are currently going through situations that I've been through, and I want to spread a message and maybe lead them to a better path than either I had to go through or the kind of the one I went about that I felt like was the best. So for me, success, highlighted, especially in recent years, is probably in terms of weight loss. Excuse my dog. Sorry about that. All they do is yap, just like me. But no, there's over there. But success for me, highlighted, is kind of during my weight loss journey. So for those of you who don't know me, of course, probably not. I used to weigh 270 pounds back in most of my high school career, around that 200 mark, 250, 270. I know in my senior year, I probably hit around 270 before I started losing weight, which sucks. I kind of wish I hadn't done it, but I kind of just ate whatever I want, kind of happy, which is fine. But eventually got up to me, and I was 270. There's multiple things that led to this heartbreak back in middle school, but which is like, okay, dog, that's a middle school relationship. But I really did care, and that's what led to it. Kind of stepping stones, and then eventually I did homeschooling, so I wasn't out. I was just kind of eating. Got to 270, and then eventually got to lose that weight over the past year and a couple months now. I'm currently 144, 145. I'm around that part, so I still have ways to go, around like 10 some pounds left. Currently working on it, kind of hard when you got a wife, well, wife to be, wanting food all the time, which is okay, because food's good, love food, but man, sometimes it's a lot. That canes, that everything looks a little too good, you're just like, give me that. But really, my success so far, I would say that's probably one of my biggest things to highlight. Determination and success for me is losing 120, 140, whatever pounds, fat, essentially, and probably some muscle mass, but of weight in general, to do that. And most people, I feel like, struggle with that because there's studies that like 90% of people or like 80% of people don't really do weight loss really well. and I feel like it's an accomplishment for me, right? But I'm not here to brag about my successes. I'm here to talk about success in general and how I feel about when people talk about certain things. So, a lot of times I hear people talking about how they can't achieve something, or they can't go for something, or they're unmotivated to go for something. When I kind of look at situations now, at least with something that is achievable although hard, is if you didn't get it, you didn't want it enough. I know that sounds harsh. That's pretty harsh. It's pretty rude, and I don't mean it to sound that way. But for me, I've learned that if you want something, you really want it, you will stop at nothing to get it until it's done. That's just the bottom line. You'll keep going until you get it. That could take 5, 10, 15 years. But if you really want that thing, if you want it more than anything in the world, you will do it. You'll do it. You'll somehow find a way through all the thick and thin, all the misery, all the nothing. You'll find something, right? And for me, I relate to that because I wanted to drop and be somewhat fit. I mean, I would say I'm pretty like fit and active more than anything. I would look at people all the time who are probably bigger than me currently, but look at them and be like, I need that. Like, I want that. Like, that's my idealization of happy. If I was skinny, I'd be happy. All the sadness would go away and just like a LeBron 3-pointer shot, make it, boom, we chilling, right? Although that essentially is faulty, right? That my happiness is derived off my weight. I wanted it more than anything. So I graduated high school and I just went for it. I went for it harder than anything I went for in my life. And I did it. But I showed myself that I can do what I want in terms of goals and ambitions, but I have to want it enough. Do I want it enough? Do I want to achieve it that badly? If the answer is no, or I think I do, but I haven't done it, then I didn't want it enough. It's that simple. So people's success, I feel like, is derived off more of a mental capability, a mental pursuit, perhaps. And I feel like people struggle with that. People struggle to keep going forward. People struggle to keep pursuing what makes them feel like they're going to be at the top of the world almost. And I think it sucks that people do lose that motivation, but I want to be here to try and help people regain that motivation. To hear me talk about different goals and ambitions that either have happened in my life or I've heard about or I've seen, and apply it to them. Like, how does this apply to me? Like, how am I able to use somebody else's story in pursuit of my own? Well, you can see other people go through the suffering, other people go through these things that either are as challenging, maybe a little less challenging, or more challenging than what you're doing currently, right? If that's struggling financially, right, that's a huge struggle. That's a huge, right? And nobody will take you away from being discouraged or distraught or not able to find hope in your situation. But there are people who have done it. There are people who have achieved this, but that's because they've wanted it enough. You have to want it enough. You have to keep going. You have to push. You have to pursue whatever goals it is. If it's to get 1 million subscribers on YouTube, go do it. You can do it. You just have to want it. You have to want it. You have to want it more than anything in the universe, right? If you want to get straight A's in college, if you want to go through college, lavishly get a great GPA, you can. You just need to want it. If you want to make and invest money and save money and budget, you can. You just have to want it. Although it may require doing 2, 3 jobs and working really, really hard and making sure to finance your money correctly, and every day is almost a struggle, you can. You absolutely can. You just have to want it, right? So, like I'm saying, if you want success, then push for it. If you have a goal, jump to it. Not just walk, jump to it. I want you to take leaps and bounds, right? I want to take leaps and bounds when it comes when it comes to the goals that are in front of us, right? So that's a big thing of success that I kind of wanted to talk about, is people's motivation, people's God damn, I can't even speak. Perspective. I can't say ideology. Oh, right. Perspective on the matter, right? Is looking at these things and it's like, I can't do it. Oh, I wish I had this motivation. I wish I could do these things, right? But I have X, Y, and Z. If you are in your mind thinking that you want something really badly and then you start listing excuses, you're already in the wrong mindset. Stop it. I want you, right? Whoever is watching this right now, it could be 5 people who watch this. I don't care, because I'm not making these videos for me or to spread. God, I'm slow. I'm making these videos to spread, right, awareness, or to spread a message almost to people who need it. So whoever needs it will find it, right? That's it. That's what these videos are for. If it reaches 1 million people, it reaches 1 million people. If it reaches 4, it reaches 4, right? I want whoever is doing this right now, grab a notepad right here, right? Got a notepad on me right now. Write a notepad, and I just want you to write down 5, maybe even 3 goals, right? 3 goals you want to do in the span of 3 years. Give it 3 years. 3 years is a long time. 3 years is a long time, and 12 months in each year, you have so much time to get something done. All these 3 things can be done that you're probably writing down right now, unless you're talking about getting a millionaire, then maybe spread that across your lifetime. Unless you're trying to go crazy, right? Spread it across your lifetime, if it's something like that. But I want you to write 3 goals, 3 to 5 goals that you want to achieve, that are attainable, right? Through minor means or major means, right? But you know you can do in this time frame. I want you to plaque it. I want you to laminate that piece of paper, whatever you just wrote that shit on, whatever you just thought about, laminate it in your brain. You don't even have to write it down. Laminate it in your brain. Do that. Be successful. That's what it is. Laminate those things in your brain, and the only thing you want to focus your attention on is going for those things. You can multitask. You can go for 1 at a time. You can collaboratively go for 2 things at the same time. Whatever you want to do to get these goals, do it. But to be successful, you're going to have to push yourself to do these things in a short period of time. Give yourself that pressure. If you don't give yourself the pressure, you're not going to do it. You're gonna put it off. You're gonna be like, who fucking cares? That's his ass. I got Dragon Ball Spark Zero to play on the 11th, right? Like, you're gonna be over there like looking at anything that drops, anything that comes out, right? That you'd be rather doing. Oh, the new COD drop. I'm gonna go play that. Spark Zero. Why would I not play that shit? That's an investment in my time, right? Cool. You can do that, right? We can have enjoyment time, but then I need you to lock in. So lock in. It's that simple. It's a simple premise, but a complicated concept to a degree. It's a complicated action, I should say. Not really a concept, it's the same as premise. It's a simple premise, and I can just lay it out in front of you. I can tell you to go do something, but you have to go do it. If you have no motivation, if you look at this video, if you like at multiple different things and all these different influencers or people you idolize, and you're like, that's crazy, but like, let me get on the game. You know what I'm saying? Do that, right? You look at these things, but instead drive yourself to do something else. Drop it for a little bit. Just drop it. You don't need to play. Like, of course, I want people to enjoy things. I want people to have time to enjoy the things they love or hobbies they love. So that means reading, writing, playing games, right? I play games ever since I was little, right? And I still like to play video games every now and again. But once you start coming into that, you know what I'm saying? You start going to that age, you got shit to do. And if you can start doing your shit now, when you're early to people who are younger than me, if you can start doing that shit now and get it done, get things you want done, to start it and just literally live prosperous, why would you not do that? If I gave you two options, right? This is a sales kind of question, right? If I gave you option A, right, of, oh yeah, you get some enjoyability time, like a lot of enjoyability time. You get to play the game all the time. You get to do all the things. You go to school, cool. And then in your spare time, you're just on the game or watching TikTok, scrolling, not really doing anything. But you're, I guess, content and somewhat happy for a little bit. And then once you hit a certain age, you're kind of like, damn, like what did I really do with my life, right? Or not really life, but those years where I could have been actively pursuing something and pursuing a goal, right? And then you have option B, right? Although you're working hard in your off time, you still have some enjoyability time. I'd give it like a couple hours, maybe a day, or like whatever, right? But in those off times, you're working as hard as possible still, outside of school, outside of work, outside of these things. You're pursuing something that is going to further your agenda, right? And although it's going to be hard work, once you further your agenda, you get successful in whatever that is, right? If that means you drop 100 pounds, you drop 100 pounds. If you make, I don't know, 5K in a month, you make 5K in a month, right? Those are goals, right? Those are achievable goals, although hard, achievable, right? 5K a month is kind of crazy, but it can be done. Why, like, if I showed you these two options, who do you think 9 out of 10 people would pick? Probably option B, right? Unless you're just lazy, I guess you want option A, which if you're lazy, then why are you wanting to be successful, right? You can't be lazy and successful. And if you're young, right, I'm not going to tell you to waste your years away working, because nobody wants to do that. But if you spend some time outside of your day of just school or like something like that, doing something you love that may further your whatever, right? Making content. If that is playing games professionally, you can do that. If that's something that you think you will do and it will push you, then do it, right? For me, I thought professional video games was something that I wanted to do for a long time, and it was. And now that I've picked up other things and that I have a girlfriend, well, like, I have a closer relationship than I did that in the past with other people, and I have other responsibilities on the way, and I'm moving out of my house. It's just not sustainable, right? Not for me, not for my kind of person I am now. Maybe a year ago, but not now. I would rather be productive and do something, right? Which is why I love going to the gym or going and even cooking. Like, I like cooking, right? But doing something like that, to even if it's not furthering your financial statement, furthering your goals, long term or short term, do it, right? If you cook multiple times a week, you're actively getting better at cooking, and one of your goals is, oh, I want to be able to have a plethora of recipes in my arsenal to cook when I'm older, so I can meal prep, so I can cook for my family, so I can provide for them in that kind of aspect. Boom, there you go, right? Something you enjoy, something you love, turned into a goal that you want to achieve, and you do it, and then you love it even more. Oh, I want to get fit. I want to get shredded, right? I'm skinny. I'm kind of right, and I want to keep going, right? I want to build muscle. I want to do all these things. So over the course, you start going to the gym. You like being active, and you eventually do it, right? You find something you love, like working out, like going to the gym, whatever, and then you build off of that, and then you become shredded, right? You get to 8 to 10% body fat eventually after bulking and building muscle for however long, even if it's over the course of 3 years. You gain a 6 pack, you're shredded. Right, six pack, and you're shredded. Right. So, my main point in all of this, I guess that was a long yap session, but my main point when saying these things is just, if you want to be successful, you have to want it enough. And my best advice to people who are younger than me is to start on something they really enjoy, that they think is going to take them further along in the future, personally or like mentally, financially. Start it now. Don't put it off. Don't put it off. If you can do college classes in high school, do college classes in high school. Why would you not do that? Why would you not get your free associate's degree? Because you're lazy and don't want to take the harder classes? What are you doing? Then you don't want to be successful. It's successful, right? Why would you not do that? If you're thinking academically anyway, if you know college isn't for you, I mean, I would still take it, right? Because it's free associate's degree and it gets paid for, so do it, right? But if academically speaking, that's not one of your goals, then cool, right? If you're sitting there and you're like, I want to lose weight, but I don't feel like going. Why are you not doing it? Why? Ask yourself why. Actually, same notepad, same piece of paper. Why? Why have you not done it? You've had however many years of life, that'd be 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 plus. Why have you not done it? Is it because of you? Is it because of your situation? Is it because maybe you just didn't really feel like it? Or it's because it was too hard? Or maybe because other outside things just didn't allow it, right? Some things happen where you don't have the opportunity to do something, but you have your entire life, so do it, right? That's the thing. Do it now. Enjoy life. Do as much as possible, because you won't have that energy, you won't have that time, and you won't have the non-responsibilities forever. And that's one of the things I regret, is not chasing success sooner. So, to end this non-edited yap session, I would just say 1, 2, anybody younger, work hard. Work hard for what you want. You're going to have to work hard for what you want, so start it early. Build up your future sooner than waiting for later. And if that's in any degree, it could just be physically, right? It could be health-wise, not even just physically. I want to get shredded, but health-wise, do that. 2, if you are going to chase success, if you want a goal, the 3 goals that I asked you to write down, you may have not wrote it down, you may have thought about it, laminated in your brain, hopefully. If you didn't, it will. If you did, right, and you have those goals, right, you either do them after this, you either go and do it, or you don't. You make excuses, find something else to do, don't care, and you didn't want it enough. You don't want those things enough. Don't write them down if they're not important, right? They should be important. They should be important goals that are short-term, that are achievable, or even long-term, right? You didn't want it enough, and that's a simple fact. Then, like I said, that may sound harsh, but you did not want it enough. You didn't want to push. You didn't want the thing that you sought most, hardest. You didn't want to work hard. You didn't want to do it, so you don't have it. If you want it now, work hard to get it. And if not, then you won't get it. Or it may lay in your lap. You never know. I guess you can hope. But don't let it do that. Why not just work hard and guarantee it, right? And tree, don't, I guess I would say that if you're going to be lazy and if you're going to make excuses, then just know that your success hopefully comes and you'll eventually have that motivation. But you have to create that motivation yourself. Nobody else, not me, making this video. I hope to inspire, hope to motivate you so you can motivate you to do it. But only you can motivate you. And if you can't motivate you, then you are not going to do it. It's that simple. I can tell you this a million times. I could tell everybody in my life that has not done something, you are your biggest enemy. You are your roadblock. You don't get it, I guess, because you're still in this situation, although I've told you, right? And I can tell you, or whoever's watching this, 4 people who are watching this, 100 people who are watching this, 2,000 people who are watching this, you can do what you want, but you are blocking you. You have to want it, right? Like I said, you have to want it enough, and you have to get out of your own way. Even if that's something like talking to people more because you're antisocial or not really antisocial, but scared of people, like scared to talk to people, scared to have social interaction, right? I'm not saying walk up to some random Timmy and say, yo, what's good, bro? We can dab him up and it's like, yo, bro, this is good fucking pop, right? Like you're a trend twin or something, right? I'm not asking you to fucking dap up every member of Target that you see. I'm not asking you to be like, what's good, gang? Right? If you want to talk to somebody, if you genuinely want to be friends with this person in front of you, go talk to them. They seem interesting, go talk to them. Right? That's a goal. But you're blocking you. You are blocking your own goal. Why? Like I said, ask the question, why? Why are you doing this? Oh, because when I think about interacting with people, a bunch of things pop in my mind. I like to overthink and I got to feel this anxiety. Cool, but like that's all self-prescribed. Like that's all, or I mean, I guess if you're anxious as a person, that's not necessarily self-prescribed, but you can help deal with your anxious tendencies, right? You can go push yourself into discomfort so you can learn from it, right? So do it. Stop making excuses. Push as hard as it needs to do it, right? And want it enough, and stop getting in your own way. That's how you be successful. That's how you will achieve any goal, any little thing you want. Those are the 3 things. Those 3 things will take you into any kind of prospects of life, and you can apply it, right? Academically, you apply it, right? You will be successful. Business, you will be successful. Fitness, you will be successful. Content creation, you strive for making videos every day. You strive for videos making that are widespread, that will go into the algorithm, that people will actually thoroughly enjoy. You will see success. If you just keep doing it, it's a luck game. You keep doing it until eventually you push hard enough and you get rewarded. In anything, if you push hard enough, you will get rewarded, and eventually you will. The people who put in the hard work are the people who see the most success. So do it. All 3 of those things I just said, by this point in the video, after my 27-minute almost yap session, those 3 things will carry you. That is how you be successful. To anybody younger than me, anybody my same age, and anybody older than me that is lost, that doesn't know what to do and is seeking some kind of motivator, some kind of hopefulness. And even if you know this information, maybe just hearing it will help you. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. I'll probably upload this the same day I record it. My long yap. But I'll try not to be as long every single time. But sometimes I'll be longer than this, because sometimes certain concepts will be harder to talk about and harder to go in depth to. God, see, I can't speak sometimes. It's like I'm slow. Like I'm autistic. Yeah, need some help. But so if you guys are interested in hearing me talk about different concepts, different things, you guys can suggest things in the comments and I can talk about them. That'd be ideas, that'd be thoughts. Probably not politics, because I don't care about that. But other than that, I say I don't care. I care, but not care to speak about it on YouTube for people to just hear, right? But if you guys enjoy this, please like and subscribe so it can reach as many people as possible. And if it doesn't reach anybody, well, we'll be sitting here on the contents of YouTube for a long time. But yeah, so this is me unedited, me just talking. Every mess up here, every talk here, and it will continue to be like that, hopefully, right? Unless I upload other content as well, other than just talking, like gym content or going out and experiencing different things, probably just gym. But I hope you guys have a great day, and God bless you. Bye bye.